Welcome back to Grow Messy, the YouTube channel. So as you can see, I am currently in a boot. Let me tell you, trying to garden and chicken and do all the things in a boot is a challenge. But even more than that, this is only my second day walking since it happened. It happened almost 2 weeks ago. For those of you that don't know, I work for FedEx Express. I am a courier. I was delivering to a residential area and I went to step out of the truck and my ankle gave out. I heard a clear snap and fell to the ground and kind of laid there and died for a minute. It was a very traumatic experience, but not really a cool story. Anyway, so I had to call my boss. They came and got me, took me to the ER, and they were like, "Yep, it's fractured." I was like, awesome. So I'm having to do the whole workers' comp thing, and that's been a challenge to even get an appointment and get approved and all the things. But as of yesterday, went to the orthopedic. They did another x-ray, confirmed it is fractured, but it's on the side of my ankle and it's on the bottom of my ankle. So that's good news. Means I don't have to have surgery. It means I'm going to be in the boot for 6 weeks and I'm able to walk in my boot. So from going from not walking for almost 2 weeks to walking, I really felt like Bambi. Like I was a child taking my first steps. I had to relearn how to use my leg and trust that I'm not just going to step and fall over. So let me tell you, it's been an experience. I don't recommend it. But now that I'm able to walk, I'm able to come down to the garden and actually do things on my own. I've been pretty much dependent on my family to get things done. So they've been picking my okra for me, getting the eggs in the chicken coop, picking my tomatoes, watering my garden, all the things. The garden right now is looking rough. We're in the high 90s, almost hundreds here in Boyd, Texas, and it's cooking my garden. It's cooking. So everything is kind of struggling. My tomatoes in the keyhole garden are just out of control. I'll show you that in a minute. And they're kind of all flopped over, but they are producing tomatoes and they are ripening on the vine. I am pulling them as soon as I see them blush, but like I said, I haven't been able to come down here as often as I'd like, so that's been few and far between. We did put up a pool though for these kiddos, so that's been fun. This is my keyhole. If you can even tell, you can tell there's a little piece of it right there. There's about 2 tomato plants in here and they have just completely plopped over. One is a cherry tomato variety. Actually, here I can pull one of these. And then let me get the other one. So like this. I'm trying to eat this one, but here's a good example. So I have the cherry tomato variety. And I have also these oblong ones, and this is what I mean by blushing. See how it's still green? It's blushing. So if you take this in the house and you put it on the counter, it will ripen on the counter. It will fully turn red on the counter and be delicious. So that's what I've been doing to avoid things like this happening. This one I just didn't get to in time, which is fine because my chickens will eat it. So we got a benefit. This one, pretty good. Pretty good. That's the first cherry tomato that I've had that's ripened out here that I've been able to pick. Skins are in my teeth now. Anyway, everything else is struggling. My Chinese noodle bean has completely croaked. My cucumbers, not so good. All my zinnias bounce back pretty well once they get some water. But they're all like, help me. One thing I have noticed this year that's been different from years past is I've had a plethora of zipper spiders. They're just like the standard garden spider. They call them the zipper spiders because their web looks like a little zipper. I've had a lot. I mean, we probably have 10, 15 spiders in here that are making webs and living life. I don't know. I don't get it. Years past, I've only had like maybe 2, and I was familiar with them, and they were in the same spot every single day, doing the same thing every single day. And then when they would leave, I would notice. I'd be like, oh my gosh, where did my spider go? But now I can't even keep up. They're everywhere. They're in every nook and cranny. They're on the tomatoes. I've got one back here that you probably can't see. Yeah, she's like back here. Couple over by the chicken coop. I mean, they've just made themselves at home, which is fine. They're fine. It's just different things I've noticed from years past. Anyway, I don't really have a big update, obviously, because I broke my ankle. So I'll be in a boot for 6 weeks, like I said, and hopefully I'll get to go back to work, full recovery, and everything will just go back to normal. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see about that one. Anyway, I do want to let you know, got me a haircut, but not what I want to let you know. I want to let you know we have hats still for sale if you're interested. Just shoot me a message. They're going to be this logo here, but the hat is black, gray, I have to remember, and green is our logo. So if you're interested in a hat, just shoot me a message. Speaking of hats, I still have a discount code for the Cowboy Apparel Revolution company. It's 15% off. It's just Grow Messy. So if you're interested in one of those hats, really good hats as well. I'm a hat person. Y'all know I'm a hat person. They have really cute hats. They say like cowboy hat and things like that. Cowgirl hat. They've got all different things. Hats, shirts, stickers, you know, all the fun things. I'm trying to watch my kids while I'm down here at the garden. It's going to be a challenge getting used to this pool, let me tell you. It's so tall, I'm so short, I can't see over it, so it makes it a little bit nerve-wracking when you have young children in the pool. But they're okay, I can hear them. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all I have going on recently. Broke my ankle, put up the pool. Garden is on the struggle bus. Thought we had a chicken attack yesterday. I think it was just Moose being a little too aggressive with Barbie. Barbie 2.0, if you don't know, my little tattoo is after Barbie, which is the very first chicken that we ever lost. It was a shock. We had no idea what happened or why it happened. I just found her and she was dead. We've only had one other chicken die after that, Ringling. She was like, we called her the bearded lady. She's like the beard and then the fuzzy feet and everything. So I think she just got too hot last summer. Other than that, we still have our 27 chickens and 1 rooster. Rooster is Moose. So they're doing okay. You can tell they're getting hot whenever they start putting their wings out and they hold their beaks open. That's when you know that the chickens are getting a little too hot. At that point, these kids. At that point, you would just want to add more water, open water for them to like step in because they cool down from their feet. But yeah, you want to have water just available to them 24/7 because that's how they're going to cool down. Another thing you can do is like freeze watermelon and give it to them, or freeze their treats and give it to them, like a treat popsicle, if you will. Those kind of things will help your chickens cool down. So stay aware of the signs that they're giving you because they'll tell you when they're too hot. Hopefully you can hear me. The wind's kind of picking up a little bit, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel and left comments and follows me over on Instagram, Just Grow Messy. We really appreciate you guys being here and supporting our little small farm that hopefully someday will turn into something bigger. Not too big, but a little bigger. I would like to have a bigger market out front for folks to, you know, shop my garden, and I would love to have a bigger garden one day, and maybe even a hoop house, greenhouse situation would be ideal. We're just dreaming over here, but I do appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, just hit that subscribe button for us. We'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're from, what your garden looks like in the summer of July 2024. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you later. Okay, let's get a freeze frame. Gotta get the boot in there though. Ooh, it's gonna be way back there. Freeze frame. Is that too far back? I can freeze it. Ready? Maybe we'll use that one. Bye, guys.